Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who have already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting your girl. And for those who have not subscribed, please like my video and click the subscription button below. So let's dive into it. Today we are going to talk about the 5 very important things that every couple should have before they even announce their wedding day. 5. So, number 1 is your wedding budget. I cannot stress how so important this is. Every couple should have a wedding budget, a realistic wedding budget. We have the wedding budget that is shared in the wedding meetings, that is for the public. But between the two of you, you need to sit down after the engagement and the excitement is over. You need to sit down, just the two of you, and combine resources, your savings, and discuss what is realistic and possible. I do not encourage people to go way above their budget, because then after the wedding you're dealing with debts and you're stressed out. So be realistic with each other and develop a budget that you can work with. When people start off, you need to sit down and check your savings, your account savings, and see how much you have. It should be at least 60% of your total budget, at least 60%, so that the other 40% will come from contributions from your family, your relatives, and your friends and workmates, other people. But between you, the two of you, you should have 60% of your total budget. So what you do, you sit down together, you come up with a detailed breakdown of your budget, of the things that you must have, which I'll be making another video about how to make a budget soon. So try and be real with each other as much as possible. If you have service providers that you like, try and see their price ranges and see if you can afford it. I'll give you an example of myself. When I was planning for my wedding, I wanted an MC who is from Kenya. He is well known for his dancing. He makes the crowd dance and have fun, and that is the theme that I wanted for my wedding. I wanted it to be very fun and dancey. So that's the person I was looking at. But for me to get him, it was going to cost me, first of all, his professional fee, then transporting him to Uganda and back, and then accommodating him and feeding him for at least 3 days, because you'd have to come on Friday, do the wedding, and travel back on Sunday. So you can imagine that whole total cost was just way above what I could afford. So I had to be real with myself and know that much as I like what he does, I just could not afford him, and I had to adjust and look around in Uganda, not outside, at the people, the MCs that we have here. And I got a very good MC who is based in Jinja, who understood what I wanted from my wedding, and he delivered. He made it very fun. People danced, people had fun. So I still got what I wanted, but at the budget that I had. So it's very important to have your wedding budget, because it will guide you so that you don't overshoot, you don't go beyond your means, and at the end of the day, you're stuck with debts after your wedding instead of enjoying your honeymoon. Number 2 is the guest list. You need, as a couple, to sit down and write down every name, each and every person that you would really like to attend your wedding. And when you're writing down their names, don't write uh, Mr. Mr. and Mrs. So and so. No, you write Mr. So and so number one, Mrs. So and so number two, so that you count everyone. Because if you write just one person, you stand a danger of missing out someone's wife, someone's husband, and such relations are very sensitive. You can't invite a husband and you don't invite a wife. Some people will take offense to that. So when you're making your guest list, uh, put your family, close immediate family. If you have an extended family, add them on the list. Your workmates, if you're in business, your business partners or associates, your relatives, your friends. For friends, you don't have to call people from primary unless you're still talking to them on a regular basis. When you're selecting people to invite, at least look at people who are active in your life for like the past 5 years. Those are the people you should invite. Don't go to invite people you've never talked to, because in Africa it's very tricky. When you have a wedding, the entire village wants to attend your wedding. You will get to know aunties you have never even known existed. Your parents' friends want to attend, your church members want to attend, your circle members want to attend, your friends from primary, high school, everyone wants to attend. And during the engagement phase, some people are very excited, which is very normal, and they go around telling everyone that they're having a wedding. So when you tell someone that you're having a wedding, indirectly you've invited them. So when they show up for your wedding, you end up having excess numbers. So you also need to tone down on your excitement or not give out so much information when you're telling people about your engagement until you're sure that you want them on your guest list. Then you can give more details about your wedding that is coming up. So guest list is very important. Number three is the date, the time, and the venue of your wedding. This is very important, especially when you're dealing with the service providers, because depending on your date, you can either miss a service provider that you really want because they are booked on that date, or you can miss close family people and friends who might not be around on that day. So it's important to have at least 3 dates that you're looking at, so that when you're telling the people on your guest list about the day, then you get to evaluate those who are telling you, oh, I'll be out of the country, or I'll be having a conference on that day at work that I need to attend, or like you just get to evaluate and decide which of the 3 dates that you have, which one will you be able to get the most people on your guest list. Then you lock that date down. Then the time is also important, because people get bored easily if your event drags. So you have to have timelines for everything. Then it also informs your guest if it is a late evening event, or it goes late into the night, or it's an early event that ends maybe at 7 p.m. so that they don't come late and miss on everything that you prepared for them. And the venue is very important, because you might want, let's say, Serena on a particular day, and you go there and they are booked out, so you can't get the venue that you want, and it also helps you know how many people you can fit in the venue. Some venues will tell you our hall takes a maximum of 200 or 300 people, and maybe in your guest list you have 250 people. Then if you go into the arrangements of the round tables, you see that they will actually not fit in that space, and maybe you need an open garden reception. So it also helps you have an idea of how you will seat your people, or how you will welcome your people to the venue. Also, identifying your venue helps you know in advance which benefits you will get from them, because some venues provide seats, they provide tables, some do not provide anything. You're just booking the space. So that will make you go back to your budget and include the tents, the chairs, or those other things that are missing out. So you need to have your date, time, and venue very noted down very well, so that it doesn't affect your planning once you have announced to other people your wedding. So imagine if you announce your wedding, then in the planning process, people are already excited about it. You tell them, oh, we have to postpone because the venue has been booked, or we have to postpone because the date, we are picking another date. That will make you even miss out on some of the guests who would have come, because maybe the date you're postponing to, they wouldn't be available, and they'd cleared their calendars to be available on the first date that you told them. So it's very important to have your date, your time, and your venue confirmed early enough, so that it doesn't affect your preparations. Okay, moving on, number 4, you need the basics checked out. What do I mean? The basics, I'm talking about your dressing as a groom, the dressing of your bride. If you guys have an entourage, their dressing, their salon, their just personal things, you have to be able to pay for them. And your church fee. Your church fee is also a very basic item, because I mean, if you're telling people to pay for your church fee, then you are not even ready for your wedding in the first place. By the time you announce to people your wedding, you should be able to dress yourself, you should be able to dress your bride, you should be able, or your team, your bridesmaids and groomsmen should be able to dress themselves and cater for themselves. You should have your rings. So those basic items, sometimes when you put them on the budget, showing that they have not been covered, it really affects how your guests look at you people. It's like you're not serious. So to show some level of seriousness, I always advise couples to have those basics covered, paid, totally paid. With your receipts, you have your receipts from your church to show that on this day we are marrying so and so to so and so. Confirmed. You don't need to wait for people to pay for your church fee. It just shows your seriousness and your commitment to your union and to your wedding. So avoid putting costs of your dressing, of your salon, of your bride's dressing and salon, of your groomsmen's and maids, all that, and your rings and your church fee. Avoid putting those things on the budget for people to contribute to, because it shows you are not prepared and you are not serious, and we want you to be serious and very much prepared. So Have the basics totally paid for, covered. No one needs to bother about what you're going to put on. Actually, it should be a surprise for you to walk out with your smart suit or your very nice gown, and people will be happy. So don't stress people about those basics. Try, don't even try. You must. You must cover your basics. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to be strict because some of these things end up affecting the way people contribute to you, and you wonder, why is the energy so low in your wedding meetings and stuff? But it's just because you're showing so much unseriousness. I mean, if you propose to someone's daughter, at least buy the ring. So, moving on from the basics, number 5 and the last one is you need a wedding planner. Yes, Karango, for myself and for all the wedding planners out there, you need a wedding planner. It's new, it's not yet embraced, but you really need a wedding planner. In Uganda, we are used to having wedding committees, which is okay. It's very okay. These are people from close people from your family, your network of friends or workmates that volunteer. They volunteer to help you with your wedding preparations, and that is very commendable. That is very nice of them, and I always thanked at the reception, given a cake, because they've been with you the whole way. But the challenge with that is that these people are volunteering. They're volunteering. It's not how should I put it, it's not mandatory for them to do whatever you want or whatever you're asking. They're just helping you. So for example, if you tell someone in your committee, maybe who is in charge of logistics, to go and check out the cake service providers that you have zeroed down on. Maybe you say, please, so and so on Tuesday, could you just go around and see these 3 cake providers that I really want and help me get to pick one. I said, fine, I'll do it. Then Tuesday reaches and they get a family emergency, or there's something that comes up at work. This person will have to attend to their emergency. Much as they want to help you, it is not there. It's not mandatory. It's not I don't know how I should say it, but it's not a must for them to do it, everything you want them to do at the time you want them to do it, the way you want them to do. It's just the volunteer, just helping you to do these things. So there will be a bit of slag here and there, a bit of disappointments, and you can't fault them. Because they are helping you. You can't start quarreling and complaining that, you know what, I sent you on Tuesday and you didn't go, you didn't get for me the things I wanted. No. But if you have a wedding planner like me, when we agree that on Tuesday we need to lock down a cake provider, trust you me, on Tuesday, I am on my feet running to the providers I know who are within the range of your budget that you have obviously already informed me about. And I even get their contacts, what the terms and conditions are for each of them. I even book the cake testing demos for you to go and test the variety of cakes that they have, so that you choose the types of flavors that you want, designs and all those things. So for a wedding planner, I will have to deliver. I cannot have excuses of, I had this coming up, I had the other, I had to run here. No, it's my job, you get. It's what I'm supposed to do for the couple, so that you're not stressed, so that you're not disappointed, so that you're not running around, yet you've hired someone to do the running around for you and make work easy for you. So it's very important to have a wedding planner. If you cannot have a wedding planner, at least have what we call a day of coordinator. This is a person that you assign to just be like what we used to call in school a timekeeper. They are on your bumper. From morning to evening, they have the program. They know when church is starting, when it's ending, when photography will start, when the reception will start. Everything, they have it on check, and they are pushing you people. We have had couples who have delayed in the saloon, and the people at church are waiting, and these people are stuck in the saloon, and there's way time just passes by, and before you know it, everything is dragging, and your guests are getting so irritated. So you need this person who will be keeping time and telling you people, move, 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 get out, you people, you're done, move, go into the car, we are going, oh, where is this, just making sure everything is going according to plan, and everything is where it should be, and the couple is well taken care of. Because sometimes, given the rush of the day and the many things that have to happen, sometimes people forget the couple, or even the couple themselves forget themselves. So you have to have that person who is checking on you and make sure maybe you eat some katogo in the morning, because you can even go the whole day without eating because of the excitement and all the things that are happening. And we don't want our bride to collapse because she has not had anything to drink or eat from morning up to maybe 4 when the reception is starting. So you need that person who is just taking care of everyone and making sure everything is going according to plan, and everything is on time, is on schedule, is just flowing smoothly, which is what wedding planners do. But if you can't afford a wedding planner to run with you from the planning phase to the real day management, you can just get the wedding planner or a close friend of yours or a close family member of yours to manage the day, itself, the wedding day, so that this person is making sure everything is being done on time and there is no slug anywhere. If, of course, sometimes some things come which are unavoidable, if something comes up, they are fast to find a solution. If maybe your bridal cars have not arrived, she's fast to get maybe another car. Actually, you should have a service car on standby to just for those emergencies, so that you're able to just move things smoothly. So we'll go through, in summary, all the 5 things that every couple should have before they announce their wedding. Number 1, and most important, is your wedding budget. Number 2 is your guest list. Number 3 is the date, time, and venue of your wedding. Number 4 are the basics that need to be covered. These are personal items, personal things. And number 5 and last is the wedding planner or day of coordinator that is going to help you make sure that everything flows out smoothly for you. So these are the 5 wedding planning tips for every couple to have before they even announce their wedding day. I thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember to subscribe for those who are new. Like the video and subscribe. We'll be sharing more and more about wedding planning, about event planning and management. I thank you all. God bless you.